Hello students, welcome to AffairsCloud. My name is Vikas. So friends, we have an application by the name Careers Cloud which you can go and download through the Play Store. And once you have downloaded, you can log in with your Gmail ID. And why I am suggesting you this application, because this is the one-stop solution for all the current affairs. This is the best of the best application and the platform where you can enhance your learning through help. Here you will be provided with multiple courses. Here you will be provided with multiple options of quizzes, and even you will be provided current affairs on daily basis. PDFs and quizzes will be provided to you on daily basis, both in Hindi as well as English. Here you will be provided current affairs with weekly basis and monthly basis also. Here remember, once you have done watching our video, then you can log in through this application, take out the PDF, read that PDF and go through the quizzes. That will enhance your preparation. Same you have to do for weekly and same you have to do for the monthly also. In monthly you will be provided with the top 100 important questions PDF and video also, that will enhance your learning, and it will be a very beneficial and important video for the revision perspective. And not just this friends, apart from this we also provide you banking and economic questions. We provide you state current affairs such as of Uttarakhand, UP, Tripura, Telangana, and many more. Not just this, apart from this, we also provide you topic wise current affairs, and the topics that we are providing you are really important. These topics are such as national affairs, international affairs, important days, sports, defense, science and technology, apps and web portals, obituary. These are the important topics that are being asked in various exams across India. So these are the topics that are must and should be covered and will be beneficial for the preparation of the students. So such friends, I'll highly suggest you to watch our video, as they will be very beneficial for you in the long. Hello everyone. So in this video we will be discussing important current affairs of the April month. The session will be compiled session of all the important current affairs of the April, and it will be very important and helpful for all the government aspirants. So do watch this video till the end, and I'll suggest you all to do take notes, as that will be benefiting you in your preparation. Right? So let's start with our session. In which state Ramban, that is Rapid Action Mobile BSL-3 Advanced Augmented Network, that is ADAS, as well as Asia's first mobile biosafety level 3 laboratory, that was displayed at the G20 meeting in April. So where was this displayed? Ramban, it was displayed in Goa during the health working group meeting that was held in Goa. Alright, this health working group meeting was under G20, and this Ramban, you need to remember the full form. What is Ramban? It is your Rapid Action Mobile BSL-3 Advanced Augmented Network. Right, this will play a major role in dealing with COVID-19, as well as remember, this is a refrigerator technology that can store between minus 20 degrees Celsius to minus 80 degrees Celsius. Next, which government agency recently collaborated with Indian Navy and conducted a flight trial of a sea-based BMD interceptor, that is your atmospheric blasting missile defense interceptor. This was tested off the coast of Odisha in Bay of Bengal. So first of all, remember the location was Bay of Bengal. What was tested? BMD interceptor was tested. It was tested by DRDO along with Indian Navy. So the correct option here becomes DRDO along Indian Navy conducted the flight trial of the sea-based endo-atmospheric blasting missile defense interceptor, that is your BMD interceptor, and it was tested off the coast of Odisha in Bay of Bengal. Right? Next if I ask you, tell me, global conference on compressed biogas, where was this held? It was held in New Delhi. Then recently India has opened up 16th visa application center. It was in Kushitia. Alright, it was in Kushtia. Then next, if I ask you, recently which IIT tied up with NASA Caltech to develop low cost camera for flame imaging? It is your IIT Indore. Next, which organization partnered with 20 Korean firms to establish electronic manufacturing hub? It is your Vedanta. Then recently which company got the Mini Ratna category 1 status? It is your SECI, that is your Solar Energy Corporation of India, got the Mini Ratna category 1 status. Then recently which state hosted the G20 Space Economy Leaders Meet? So this G20 Space Economic Leaders Meet was hosted by Meghalaya. Next, tell me recently who launched a scheme to promote tribal products from Northeast. So he will be Arjun Munda. Then to identify potential young startups, which portal was launched by Jitendra Singh? It was your Yuva portal was launched in order to identify potential young startups. Then after this, which state has adopted a budget or water budget to tackle the summer water shortage? It is your Kerala state that has adopted this water budget to tackle the summer water shortage. Apart from this, if I ask you Hun Tadao Cultural Festival, Hun Tadao Cultural Festival, it was inaugurated where? It was held in Manipur and it was inaugurated by the Chief Minister of Manipur. Correct. Sathi portal and an application was launched by Agriculture Minister, and this Sathi is basically to provide good quality of seeds. Next, which bank recently collaborated with Reserve Bank Innovation Hub to launch digitalized submission of Form 15G and 15H? So they have tied up with Canara Bank here to launch the digitized submission of this Form 15G and 15H. Basically this 15G form and 15H, these are the self-declaration forms that an individual submits to the bank for requesting not to deduct any TDS on the interest income as their income is below the exemption limit. Also, PAN card needs to be submitted here, that is your permanent account number. Next is Government of Rajasthan recently announced 3 new wildlife conservation reserves. They are Sorsan in Baran, Khichan in Jodhpur and Hamirgarh in Bhilwara. With the launch of these 3 new wildlife conservation reserves, the total number of wildlife conservation reserves in the Rajasthan is 26. Moving on, Dash became the first insurance company to accept e-rupee, that is the RBI CBDC. First of all, remember it was RBI that has launched this CBDC, that is e-rupee, right? And they were launched in 2 segments, that is retail segment and wholesale segment. So Reliance General Insurance recently became the first insurance company that will accept e-rupee for premium payments in partnership with Yes Bank. Next, which organization has recently released the report promoting millets in diets, best practices across states UTs of India? This report was released by NITI Aayog and it is to promote millets not just in India but all around the world also. Apart from this, International Year of the Millets was declared, which year? It was 23 by Prime Minister Narendra Modi. In 2018 this was declared. Next, if I ask you recently, which IIT has set up the first international campus in Tanzania? Or we can say which IIT to go international? It is your IIT Madras. IIT Madras became the first international became the first IIT to set up first international campus in Tanzania. Then which state launched the Shalokha Yojana? Shalokha Yojana. It was launched by Maharashtra. Right? Then tell me, India proposed to develop G20 Park. And this will be where? In New Delhi. Right? NHAI, National Highway Authority of India, it is planning to develop 10,000 kilometers of digital highways in India by the year 2025. Then if we talk about World Bank's Logistics Performance Index, what was the rank of India? India stood at 38th position in the World Bank's Logistics Performance Index. Who became the India's biggest trading partner? Who became the India's biggest trading partner for fiscal year 23? It is your United States of America. Then which state became the largest necro state? Necro state. It is your Syria. Then which country is the most populated country in the world now? It is India. Which is the world's wealthiest city? Or which city topped the list of the world's wealthiest cities? It is your New York. And this is for the year 2023. Correct. Next, if I ask you who has been appointed as the interim managing director and chief executive officer of Karnataka Bank, he'll be Shekhar Rao. Then who has been named as the US India Task Force? Nelly Bendapudi. Correct. Then who has been appointed as the brand influencer of HSBC India? He will be Virat Kohli. Then one more, who has been appointed as the brand ambassador of Jio Cinema? He will be Rohit Sharma. Next, the Ministry of Finance approved the upgradation of Dash company to Navratna CPSE from category 1 Mini Ratna CPSE. So remember, Rail Vikas Nigam Limited has been upgraded to Navratna CPSE, that was earlier category 1 Mini Ratna CPSE. Moving on, which company recently developed the world's first liquid nano diammonium phosphate that was launched by Union Minister of Home Affairs Amit Shah? Remember, this liquid will be sold for 600 rupees per 500 ml, and this will be a liquid. Earlier this used to be sold for around 1200 to 1400 rupees per bag, and it was in the powder format, but now it is in the liquid format, and it has been developed by IFCO, Indian Farmers Fertilizers Cooperative Limited. This was launched by whom? It was launched by Amit Shah, who is our Home Minister. Next, in which Indian city the world's first social currency payment card WYLD was launched? This was launched in Mumbai, Maharashtra. Correct. And apart from this, remember, this WYLD is offering a social currency payment card for all those individuals who have 1000 plus Instagram followers and 100 plus score for WYLD account. And once these requirements are met, they can apply for WYLD WYLD card from their portal. Correct. Also, they have raised the funding from a British private equity firm of around 350,000 US dollar. Next, India's first cable stayed railway bridge called Anji Khad Bridge is Dash State UT will be ready in May 2023 with a cost of over 400 crore rupees. So this Anji Khad Bridge, this is located in Jammu and Kashmir, and this will be ready by May 2023, and this will cost around 400 crore rupees. Correct. Next is, as per the market capitalization, that is MCAP, in April, ITC Limited has overtaken Infosys to become the India's 6th largest company. Correct. What is the market cap of ITC? So market cap of ITC is 5.11 lakh crore. If we talk about Infosys, the MCAP, that is market cap, is 5.08 lakh crore. Similarly, remember here, which company is the largest in terms of market cap in India? It is your Reliance Industries Limited, and they have a market cap of around 16.07 lakh crore. After Reliance Industries Limited, which come on the second position, it is your TCS, Tata Consultancy Service, with 11.62 lakh crore, followed by HDFC Bank with 9.2 lakh crore. Next, which ministry has recently launched City Beauty Competition portal across the country through an online process? So it is your Ministry of Housing and Urban Affairs, in order to develop competition between the two cities in India and to perform better and to mark or to come up with the cities at the international level and to maintain beautification, to create beautiful, innovative and inclusive public spaces. For the same, this city beauty competition was launched by the Ministry of Housing and Urban Affairs. Next, according to RBI, the sectoral deployment of bank credit March 2023, this data was released by RBI for the scheduled commercial banks. It stated that there was a credit growth of 15.4% in the fiscal year 2023. Similarly, there was a credit growth of 9.7% in fiscal year 2022, but now the credit growth has increased to 15.4%. Right, also the personal loan registered a growth of 20.6% in the fiscal year 23 as compared to 12.6% that was earlier in fiscal year 22. Right, and these are driving by the housing loans. Next, if I ask you who has been appointed as the chairman and managing director of Bharat Earth Movers Limited, he will be Shantanu Roy. Who has been appointed as the new chairman of NTRO, that is National Technical Research Organization, Arun Sinha. Senior Vice President of ZIP, Gajendra Arya. Then who has been appointed as the chairman of MMA One Federation, Mahavir Phogat. Correct. Who has been appointed as the military advisor to the National Security Council, he will be Sandeep Singh. Correct. So these are some important appointments that you should definitely know. Moving on, who will host the 2023 Men's Hockey Asian Championship Trophy? It will be hosted by Chennai, Tamil Nadu. Then, who will be hosting the Under 20 FIFA World Cup? I repeat, Under 20 FIFA World Cup will be hosted by Indonesia. Oh, sorry, it will be hosted by Argentina. I repeat, Under 20 FIFA World Cup will be hosted by Argentina. Then, tell me, if I ask you, when do we observe Save the Elephant Day? Save the Elephant Day. It is observed on 16th of April. Then 39th Siachen Day. 39th Siachen Day is observed on 3rd of April or 13th of April. World Hemophilia Day on 17th of April. On 18th of April, World Heritage Day. On 19th of April, World Liver Day. And one more important, National Civil Service Day is observed on 21st of April, and Earth Day is observed on 22nd of April. And Earth Day is that I want you all to remember, 22nd of April, and on 24th of April we observe National Panchayati Raj Divas. So these are important days that you should remember. Moving on, as per the Asian Development Bank annual report, which country is the largest recipient of various funds from ADB for various projects and programs? So remember, according to Asian Development Bank, they provided monetary help to almost 40 countries in 2022, totaling to over around $31.8 billion. Out of this amount, Pakistan secured the maximum number of loans of around $5.58 billion. Correct? And option 3 is right here. Next, name the personality who recently awarded with the honorary MB, that is the Member of the Most Excellent Order of the British Empire by the King Charles III. He will be M.N. Nanda Kumara. Correct? The Sanskrit scholar, United Kingdom based Sanskrit scholar Dr. M.N. Nanda Kumara, Executive Director of the Bharatiya Vidya Bhavan Center in London, UK. He was awarded with the honorary Member of the Most Excellent Order of the British Empire by the King Charles III. Next, which regulatory body of the Ministry of Finance recently announced the launch of a pilot scheme, that is Mission 50K EV4 Eco, to enhance the electric vehicle market? So remember, which regulatory body of the Ministry of Finance launched this pilot scheme? This pilot scheme was launched by SIDBI, that is Small Industries Development Bank of India. Alright, and it was to basically increase the adoption of electric vehicles, and the scheme will provide direct finance at competitive rates for the purchases of electric vehicle to MSMEs. Moving on. Next, if I ask you, tell me, recently Lord Hanuman statue, that was a 54
feet statue of Lord Hanuman was recently inaugurated where? It was inaugurated in Gujarat. Correct? Gaj Utsav. This was celebrated in the Kaziranga, Assam, and it was inaugurated by President Draupadi Murmu. Then International Yoga Mahotsav. It was flagged off in Dibrugarh, Assam, and it was flagged off by Sarbandana Sonowal ji. Next, recently Adani is developing a, or we can say Adani will be providing 450 megawatt of electricity from Goda plant in Bangladesh. Then the third edition of the Jammu Film Festival has recently began. Next is the first edition of which language of Indian Constitution was recently released. It was launched in the Dogri language. Right? Then where is Tulip Garden? Tulip Garden, it is located in Jammu and Kashmir and it was inaugurated by the Lieutenant Governor of Jammu and Kashmir, Manoj Sinha. Next, if I ask you Vibrant Villages program. Vibrant Villages program, it was launched where? In Arunachal Pradesh. By whom? Amit Shah. Correct? Then which Indian city is in the best cities for public transport? It is your Mumbai has entered into the list. Baisakhi Mahotsav, where was this held? This was a 3-day long festival held in Jammu and Kashmir. Then a touchless biometric system is being developed with the help of which IIT? So remember UIDAI has partnered with IIT Bombay to develop touchless biometric system. Then which party recently got the national status? It is your Aam Aadmi Party. Next is world's first Asian King Vulture Conservation and Breeding Center was inaugurated where? It was inaugurated in Uttar Pradesh. I repeat, world's first Asian King Vulture Conservation Center Breeding Center was inaugurated in Uttar Pradesh. Who launched Sanjeevani project? It was launched by Himachal Pradesh Sanjeevani project. Then National Food Conclave was organized where? It was organized in Hyderabad. Central Bureau of Narcotics was launched in has launched what portal? It is a unified portal that was launched by them. Next, India made a contribution of how much amount of the UN, that is for the United Nations Gender Equality and Empowerment of Women, that is for the UN Women, that is basically for the empowerment of women. So India pledged or India provided a total amount of 500,000 US dollar to UN Women for the women empowerment. Similarly, India also contributed 800,000 US dollar to increase the use of Hindi language in United Nations. Next, Dash became the India's first commercial bank to connect with the Bharat Bill Payment System for delivering bill payment services through video banking. So it is your AU Small Finance Bank that became the India's first commercial bank to connect with the Bharat Bill Payment System. Next, name the Union Minister who has recently launched Yuva Portal and 1 Week 1 program to help in connecting and identifying potential young startups. And we discussed this, that who launched this Yuva program? It was launched by Jitendra Singh. What does Yuva Portal? And one more thing, apart from this Yuva Portal, 1 Week 1 program. This was 1 Week 1 program. This was also launched at National Physical Laboratory, and this is basically to help in connecting and identifying potential young startups. Yuva here stands for Young, Upcoming and Versatile Authors. This NPL, National Physical Laboratory, it is a department of CSIR only, and they have organized this 1 Week 1 Lab program from 17th to 21st of April. Next, according to the world's wealthiest cities report that is released by Henley and Partners, Dash City tops the list with 340,000 millionaires in 2022, while Mumbai, Maharashtra, India is at Dash rank while 59,400 millionaires in 2022. So New York secured the top position, whereas India is at 25th position here. Correct is at 21st position here. So correct option here is option 4th. So wealthiest city in the world is as of now is New York. Earlier, it was the costliest city used to be was Israel capital, that was Tel Aviv. All right, but now its position was secured on the second, and who secured the top position? The world's costliest cities. It will be Singapore. Next, according to the State of World Population report that is published by United Nations Population Fund in April 2023, India overtakes China to become the world's most populated country in the world with how much population? So the population of India at the time that was recorded is 142.86 crore. Similarly, we talk about the population of China, it was 142.57 cr. So the correct option here becomes option first. Next, which of the following small finance banks has recently received the authorized dealer category 1 license to deal in foreign exchange by RBI? So which small finance bank got recently authorized dealer category 1 license deal to deal in the foreign exchange reserves? Which is it? It is your two small finance bank that you need to remember. They are your Equitas Small Finance Bank and AU Small Finance Bank. These two banks received the authorized dealer AD category 1 license from RBI to deal in the foreign exchanges. Next, which of the following is correct? Tell me. Is incorrect. All right, and this is with respect to the 2023 edition of the Winston Cricketers Almanac released in April. So among these, remember the one that is incorrect is option second, and both option 1 and 3rd are correct here. Moving on. Next, if I ask you, tell me, Tulsi Ghat Restoration Project that was carried out in Uganda, and our External Affairs Minister S. Jaishankar visited here due for this Tulsi Ghat Restoration Project. Then Gond painting. This Gond painting is of Madhya Pradesh, and they recently got the GI tag for the same. Apart from this, remember first photographic proof of tigers. I repeat, UP Suela Sanctuary records the first photographic proof of tigers. Then W20 international meeting, where did it begin? It began in Jaipur. Apart from this, Stay Safe campaign. Stay Safe campaign was launched by whom? It was launched by WhatsApp. Then the first metro train to run underwater will be Kolkata Metro, developed by Kolkata Metro Rail Corporation, and it will be under Hooghly River. Which is the wealthiest chief minister of India, or which state's chief minister is the wealthiest in India? He will be Jagan Mohan Reddy ji, right? He is the chief minister of Andhra Pradesh. Then which is the second strongest tire brand in the world? MRF is the second strongest tire brand in the world. Then apart from this, remember Bihu performance. Bihu performance in Guwahati created a Guinness World Record recently, right? And where is Boozy Bridge? Boozy Bridge is in Mozambique, and it was inaugurated by Dr. S. J. Shankar, right? Also remember, India has been elected to the UN Statistical Commission for 4 years, and India is on the 5th position in terms of the maximum investment for artificial intelligence, and USA is on the first position with maximum investment in artificial intelligence. Then world's most criminal countries ranking was released, and India stood at 77th position in this ranking. I repeat, world's most criminal countries ranking, and India's rank was 77, and the first position here was of Venezuela, right? Then Ghana became the first country. They have approved the Oxford malaria vaccine for children. I repeat, which country became the first country to approve the Oxford vaccines for Oxford malaria vaccines for children? It is your Ghana. Next, in April, Union Minister of Agriculture and Farmers Welfare Narendra Singh Tomar launched the first phase of Sathi, that is basically to provide better quality of seeds to farmers, and for this a portal and a mobile application was launched. Question asked here is, which government or which government department center developed the portal and app in collaboration with Union Minister of Agriculture and Farmers Welfare? So the portal and application for Sathi was developed by whom? It was developed by NIC, that is your National Informatics Center. Correct? And the theme for this Sathi is Uttam Beej Smridh Kisan, that is to provide better quality of seeds to the farmers. Next, which organization along with Atal Innovation Mission, NITI Aayog, has recently launched a white paper to make India a global agri-tech leader? So it is your United Nations Capital Development Fund, that is UNCDF. They have tied up with Atal Innovation Mission NITI Aayog in order to make and they have launched a white paper for the same in order to make India a global agri-tech hub, that is to include technology to make India a global leader in agriculture, artificial intelligence, machine learning, then use of drones, IoTs, then cameras, then use of satellites in order to enhance the agriculture. Also, if I ask you which was the first country to launch a dedicated satellite for agriculture, it is your South Africa, and they are making a revenue of $1 million per month using this satellite. Next, which bank has recently secured the first rank in the Enhanced Access and Service Excellence, that is EAMS reforms, for the third quarter, that was released by Indian Banks Association in April? So the name of the bank here will be Union Bank of India. It has secured the first rank in the EASE Reforms Index, correct? And EASE is your Enhanced Access and Service Index. This is an initiative of the Department of Financial Service under the Ministry of Finance, correct? Next, if I ask you some appointments again, K. Kritivasan has been appointed as the CEO of TCS. Then Ratnakar Patnaik has been appointed as the new CIO of LIC, who has been appointed as the MD and CEO of AU Small Finance Bank, Sanjay Agarwal. Correct. Next, if I ask you who was awarded with the Top Statistics Award, R. Raoji. Then who has won the World Vaccine Congress Award, World Vaccine Congress for 2023? It was won by Bharat Biotech. Correct. Next, if I ask you who won the silver in the Asian Wrestling Championship, she is Nisha Dayya. Nisha Dayya has won silver in the Asian Wrestling Championship. Then apart from this, 10th of April is observed as World Homeopathy Day. 11th is observed as National Safe Motherhood Day as well as World Parkinson's Day. Then 12th of April is observed as International Day of Human Space Flight. 13th is observed as Jallianwala Bagh Massacre. This happened in 1919. Then 14th of April is observed as World Chagas Disease Day. On 14th we observe 132nd Ambedkar Jayanti. 16th of April is observed as World Voice Day, and 15th of April is observed as World Art Day. So these are some important current affairs also that you can remember. Moving on, which state government recently launched the India's first heavy lift logistics EVTOL, that is electric vertical takeoff and landing Bonvi drone? This was launched by Odisha. Correct. Chief Minister of Odisha Naveen Patnaik launched India's first heavy lift logistics electric vertical takeoff and landing Bonvi drone on the opening day of Odisha Skill Conclave in 2023. This is the first of its kind heavy lift logistic drone that was made by a Odisha based startup, that is Bonvi Aero, and it is capable of transporting 50 kgs into a distance of up to 10 kilometers. Correct. Next is, in which city Log9 Materials has recently inaugurated India's first lithium ion cell manufacturing facility? It will be in Bangalore, Karnataka. So remember, Log9 Materials, they have inaugurated India's first lithium ion cell manufacturing facility in Bangalore, Karnataka, and this Log9 material is based out of Bangalore, Karnataka only. Remember, recently in Rajasthan also the one of the largest reserves of lithium has been found, and it is stated that it is even the reserve here is even greater than the found that was found in Jammu and Kashmir. Next, according to the Logistics Performance Index and its indicators report released by World Bank in April, India secured 38th rank in the index while Singapore has topped this index. I repeat, India secured 38th rank in this index in the Logistics Performance Index that was released by World Bank, whereas Singapore has topped this list. Correct? So correct option here becomes option 5. Next, name the bank that recently introduced the first of its kind equated monthly installment facility for UPI payment that are made by scanning the QR code. So remember which bank recently introduced the first of its kind EMI UPI payments method by scanning the QR code. It will be your ICICI Bank. Correct? Here they will be providing a facility for buy now, pay later also. Next is your according to the Morgan Stanley data that was released in April 2023, India's GDP was proposed to grow by how much percent? So according to Morgan Stanley, they projected that India will be growing by 6.2% for the year 23-24. This is due to the contribution of a cyclic recovery in the consumption, increased private sector capex, and accelerating in the government spending, and new projects are coming up which will enhance our GDP further. Correct? Also, during the first quarter of fiscal year 24, inflation is expected to decrease below the 5%. Next is ISRO. ISRO recently launched 2 satellites of Singapore. They using the PSLV C-55 rocket. These 2 satellites are TeleOS and Lumelite 4. These 2 satellites were launched using the PSLV C-55 rocket from Sriharikota, Andhra Pradesh. Moving on, India presented dash to the UN Trust Fund in support of African Union Transition Mission in Somalia. So, India recently presented a 2 million US dollar to UN Trust Fund to support the African Union Transition Mission in Somalia. So, 2 million were recently provided by India. Alright, next is name the company that recently won the Best Production Process Development Award as a part of Vaccine Industry Excellence Awards at the World Vaccine Congress Washington 2023. So it is your Bharat Biotech International Limited that has recently won the Best Production or the Best Process Development Award of the Vaccine Industries Excellence Award at the World Vaccine Congress Washington 2023. Correct. Also remember Bharat Biotech, it's the world's first producer of the intranasal COVID-19 vaccine, that is INCOVAC. Next is in which city Prime Minister Narendra Modi inaugurated the program commemoration of 50 years of Project Tiger in April. So this commemoration of 50 years of Project Tiger was inaugurated by Prime Minister in Mysore, Karnataka. Right? In Mysore, Karnataka. Next, which state is said to get the world's first conservation and breeding center for the Asian king vulture? So the first conservation and breeding center for Asian king vultures will be set up in Uttar Pradesh. Alright, where they will be in the Maharajganj district of UP. This India's first conservation and breeding center for the Asian king vultures will be set up. If I ask you Wildlife Protection Act, when did it came? In 1972. Tiger Protection Act, when did it came? 1973. And Chipko movement also came in 1973 only. Next, who was recently awarded with the 2023 International Prize in Statistics? He will be B.N. Rao. Right? Correct option here will be C.R. Rao, not B.N. Rao, C.R. Rao. Option 5 is correct here. Alright, he was awarded with International Prize in Statistics. Next, also remember this prize is equivalent to Nobel Prize in Statistics. It is also known as Nobel Prize of Statistics. Next, according to the summary report of the fifth cycle of the Management Effectiveness Evaluation of Tiger Reserves in India 2022, it was released by NTCA, that is National Tiger Conservation Authority, which tiger reserve has topped the list of the best managed tiger reserves in India. So, it is your Periyar Tiger Reserve of Kerala that has topped the list of the best managed tiger reserve in India. Correct, and this is according to the fifth cycle of the Management Effectiveness Evaluation of Tiger Reserves in India that was done by NTCA. Next, name the bank that recently signed 150 crore rupees agreement with Tata Power Delhi Distribution Limited to enhance the power distribution in Delhi. So, the company or the organization that has signed this MOU or this agreement is Asian Development Bank. They have tied up with Tata Power Delhi Distribution Limited to enhance the power distribution in Delhi, and one of the reason for this is for the increasing temperature, and due to increase in the temperature the rise of electricity will also increase. All right, and for this agreement was for 150 crore rupees. Next, RapidX with a design speed of dash kilometer will connect Delhi with the national capital region including Meerut, Alwar and Panipat. So remember recently NCRTC, that is National Capital Region Transport Corporation, they have named India's first semi-high speed regional rapid transit system as RapidX. So the high speed regional rapid transit system has been named as RapidX, and this RapidX will be traveling at a speed of 182 km per hour. Next is the International Monetary Fund has downgraded India's GDP forecast to dash for the financial year 23-24 from 6.1% in January. So according to IMF, that is International Monetary Fund, the headquarter of which is in Washington DC, they have reduced the India's GDP forecast for 23-24 from 6.1% earlier to 5.9%. Correct, and if we are talking about Fitch ratings, they have reduced it from 6.2% to 6%. Next is Sanjay Malhotra, the Revenue Secretary under the Ministry of Finance, launched the unified portal of Dash to instill efficiency and transparency and reduce the time taken by the pharmaceutical industry to get a trade license. So remember, Sanjay Malhotra have launched the unified portal of the Central Bureau of Narcotics, and this is basically to instill efficiency and transparency and to reduce the time taken by the pharmaceutical industry to get a trade license. So correct option here is Central Bureau of Narcotics. Next, which company was recently accorded the status of the Mini Ratna Category 1 CPSE? It is your Solar Energy Corporation of India. They have recently been accorded with the status of Mini Ratna Category 1 CPSE. Next, Kolkata Metro Rail Corporation, they have recently conducted the successful trial run of India's first underwater metro train under the riverbed of Hooghly River, and it is in West Bengal. Next, and one more thing, it is 32 meters below the water. Correct. Next is India ranks dash in the 6th edition of the annual Artificial Intelligence Index report published recently by Stanford University's Human Centered Artificial Intelligence. So India stood in the 5th position in the 6th edition of the annual Artificial Intelligence Index, and this index tells about the countries that are funding or that are providing or they are investing into artificial intelligence. In this term, USA was on the top position while India secured the 5th position in the terms of artificial intelligence investment. Correct. Next, and here investment by India, you can remember, is almost 3.24 billion dollars. Whereas if we talk about USA invested around 47.4 billion dollar in this particular investment of AI. So rank of India here is 5th. Next, what type of biometric authentication was recently launched by City Union Bank, which is considered to be India's first for logging into its banking application? So remember what type of biometric? It is a voice type of biometric authentication that was launched by City Union Bank in order to log in into their banking application. All right, and it is a first of its kind in India that was launched. Next, UNCTAD, they recently published a report that is Trade and Development Report Update for Global Trends and Prospectus. According to the report, India's economic growth is projected to decline to dash in 2023 from 6.6 in 2022. So India's economic growth, or we can say India's GDP, is expected to decline to 6% in 2023, that was 6.6 in 2022. This data was released by UNCTAD. IMF projected India to be 5.9%, UNCT 6%, Ministry of Finance 7%, and Fitch ratings to be 6.2%. So these are some data, or 6%. These are some data that you can definitely remember. Next, name the mobile app of National Logistics Portal Marine that was launched by Union Minister of Port, Shipping and Waterways, Sarbandana Sonowal ji. So the name of this mobile application, what it will be? It is your Sagar. It is your Sagar Setu. Correct? This app, the version of this National Logistic Portal Marine was launched in New Delhi, and this application offers various features such as login module, service catalog, common application format, letter of credit, bank guarantee certificate, and everything. Correct? And it enables digital transactions for payments required for the clearance process of import and export. Next, Dash became the first Indian bank to open special rupee Vostro account in Malaysia to facilitate transactions between India and Malaysia in Indian rupees. In order to increase the transaction, or in order to facilitate the transaction between India and Malaysia in Indian currency, that is Indian rupees, a special rupee Vostro account was opened in Malaysia. Which bank opened it? It was your Union Bank of India, who became the first Indian bank to open a special Vostro, a special rupee Vostro account in Malaysia, and became the first bank to do so. Correct? Next, the Foundation of SAARC Writers and Literature bestowed the SAARC Literature Award to Sheikh Muzabir Rahman, the father of Bangladesh. Alright, the father of Bangladesh, and who received the award on his behalf? His daughter received the award on his behalf, that is PM of Bangladesh, Sheikh Hasina. Right, important. So this 63rd Literature Festival, in its 63rd Literature Festival, FOSWAL bestowed, that is your Foundation of SAARC Writers and Literature, bestowed the SAARC Literature Award to Bangladesh's father of the nation, that is Bangabandhu Sheikh Muzabir Rahman, and on his behalf his daughter received the award. Next is ISRO. ISRO recently conducted a Reusable Launch Vehicle Autonomous Landing Mission at the Aeronautical Test Range in Chitradurga, Karnataka. This mission was performed in collaboration with which of the following organization and defense sector? So DRDO and Indian Air Force recently, or we can say ISRO along with DRDO and Indian Air Force recently conducted a reusable launch vehicle autonomous landing mission at Aeronautical Test Range in Chitradurga, Karnataka. Right, so these three organizations together conducted this reusable launch vehicle autonomous landing mission test. In March, Dash became the first country in the world to launch a mathematical model for the prevalence of TB. So India became the first country in the world to launch a mathematical model to the prevalence of the tuberculosis cases, and the target of India to eliminate TB is 2025. Also, there was a World TB Summit that was held in Varanasi, Uttar Pradesh. This was held from 23rd to 26th of March. Correct? World TB Summit. TB is a disease that is affecting your lungs. Correct? Next, India in the Indian Development Update for Spring Edition that was released in April 2023, World Bank reduced its fiscal year 23-24 growth projection for India to dash from 6.6% in December. So, World Bank has reduced the India's fiscal year growth projection for India to 6.3%. That was earlier projected to be 6.6%. Correct? World Bank, the headquarter is in New Delhi, and for the year 2023 the World Bank projected 6.9, but it is reduced to 6.3% now. Next, according to RBI data on India's balance of payment for the third quarter of financial year, India's current account deficit declined to dash percent of the GDP in the third quarter from 3.7% of the GDP in the second quarter. So remember, according to RBI, India's balance of payment for the third quarter of financial year 23, for the third quarter, India's current account deficit declined to 2.2% of the GDP in the third quarter from 3.7% of the quarter in second quarter of fiscal year 23. Correct? So there has been a decline to 2.2% of the GDP. Next, name the personality from India who recently conferred with the Chevalier de Legion d'Honneur, that is the Knight of the Legion Honor, that is the highest French civilian award. So, which Indian personality was awarded with the highest French civilian award? She will be Kiran Nadar. She is a philanthropist, an art collector, and she was awarded with the Knight of the Legion Honor, the highest French civilian award. Correct? Kiran Nadar was honored for her outstanding contribution to the arts, her dedication to providing greater access to culture both nationally and at international level. Kiran Nadar, the chairperson of the Kiran Nadar Museum of Art and a trustee of Shiv Nadar Foundation, is also the founder of the India's first private museum. Next, which state has recently launched India's first cool roof policy 2023 to 2028 to reduce the heat island impact and heat stress? It is your Telangana. Telangana became the first state in India to launch a cool roof policy, and this is for 5 years from 2023 to 2028, and it is to reduce the heat island impact and heat stress. Correct? And the policy here encourages and promotes the usage of cool roofs. Next, the government of India recently given the geographical indication tag to 33 new products from different states. How many products received the GI tags in India as of April 2023? So as of April, a total of 465 products received the GI tags in India. Next, according to infertility prevalence estimate of from 1990 to 2021, a report was released by World Health Organization in April stating that around dash percent of the adult population would experience infertility in their lifetime. So according to this data that was released by WHO, it stated that, and this data was collected between the time period 1990 to 2021, it stated that 1 in every 6 individual worldwide will experience a infertility in their lifetime, and this percentage comes out to be around 17.5%. Correct? Next, name the company that recently test fired advanced fully 3D printed Dhawan 2 cryogenic engine for Vikram 2nd rocket. I repeat, name the company that recently test fired advanced fully 3D printed Dhawan 2nd cryogenic engine from Vikram 2 rocket. For Vikram 2 rocket, it is your Skyroot Aerospace has recently test fired this 3D printed Dhawan 2 cryogenic engine. Correct? This engine will be used in the upper stage of the Vikram 2 rocket that will be launched in the year 2024. Next, which country has recently signed the first defense cooperation agreement with India? It is your Romania. Romania has recently signed the first defense cooperation agreement with India. Correct? Next, according to RBI, India's bank credit has increased by dash percent year on year. That is, India's credit has increased by 15% year on year in the financial year 23, which is the highest since fiscal year 12. So the correct option here becomes option 5. Correct? Also in the fiscal year 12, it was the highest, that was 19.3%, and this time it is 15% in the fiscal year 23. Next, which company or government of India's agency is the first light combat aircraft trainer aircraft has recently completed their maiden flight? I repeat, which company's first light combat aircraft Tejas trainer aircraft has recently completed its maiden flight? So this Tejas is of which company? It is of Hindustan Aeronautics Limited. Correct? Next is, in which state the India Grid Trust has recently commissioned its first battery energy storage system project coupled with solar panels. So remember, India's first IndiGrid, that is India Grid Trust, recently commissioned the first battery energy storage system BESS project that was coupled with solar panels, and it is located in Maharashtra. Correct? It is the commission their first battery energy storage system, that is BESS, battery energy storage system, and it will be in Maharashtra. Next, which of the following policy rates is wrongly matched with respect to the first bi-monthly monetary policy fiscal year 24 released in April 2023? So tell me which among them is wrong. See, if we talk about policy repo rate, it is 6.5%, correct. Reverse repo rate is also 3.5%. But if we talk about bank rate, it is not correct. What is the actual bank rate as of now? So remember, the actual bank rate is 6.75%. Then standing deposit facility rate is also 6.25%. If we talk about CRR, that is your cash reserve ratio, is 4.5%. Statutory liquidity ratio SLR is 18%, right? And if we talk about reverse repo rate, it is 3.5%. Margin standing facility MSF, margin standing facility is 6.75%, and SDF, that is your standing deposit facility, is 6.25%, and bank rate is 6.75, not 6.25, right? So friends, these were your current affairs for the day. I hope you have enjoyed our session. If you find this session to be interesting, and if you find this session to be informative and beneficial to you, then all you have to do is like the video and comment below and let us know what are your views for the same. If you do this, and if you found anything interesting in this video, then I want you to do like and comment, as it will motivate me to make better content for you on the longer term and on daily basis, and it is very helpful for me. So that's all for the day, friends. Thank you and have a nice day.
That's all for the day, friends. I hope you enjoyed the session, and you can follow us on the YouTube channel, as well as apart from YouTube channel, you can go and follow us at AffairsCloud Telegram channel. And if you have any queries related to the content or the courses offered to you, or the payment which you did on the application, you can contact us on the number provided, that is 7677333862. Apart from this, friends, you can follow us on the Facebook as well as on Instagram handle, that is AffairsCloud_official. In the end, friends, if you use a code that is Vikas10, you will be getting an additional extra 10% discount by using this code Vikas10. Also, if you have any problem regarding the course purchase, any problem regarding to our application, you can contact us on the mobile number, that is 9677333862. And if you want to mail us, you can also mail us on support@affairscloud.com, and I assure you that our representative from us will be contacting you soon and resolving your issue.